Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Lucky Buns, and in today's video I'm going to be going over every single Digimon location in Pokemon Sword and Shield Isle of Armor. And I want to give a big shout out to Gamers Heroes, who actually provided every single one of these locations on their website. That guide really did help me out, but it took me a really long time to get most of the live locations basically when she's there in person, and I wanted to do this so you guys could get a better idea of how to spot out the shovel, which is going to be a key tip to actually seeing if Digimon is in a specific location. And I will be posting a speedrunning guide in a few hours, so definitely stay tuned for that. This is just going to go over how to get to all the locations, and the speedrunning guide is going to show you how to efficiently grind through them. Now before we go ahead and get started here, there are a few things that I want to go over. The first thing is that I highly recommend to have your bike fully upgraded because you're going to be traveling a lot. The second is that you need to have all of the unlocked flying locations on the Isle of Armor, if not it's going to take a lot longer to get to these places. And this guide is going to assume that you've already unlocked all the flying locations. And then finally, the third thing is that the date trick does not work on Digimon. I've already tested this, and you cannot reset her spawn. As soon as she spawns somewhere else, you just have to find her in that location, wherever it may be. Now the first location that I'm going to be going over can be found near the Tower of Darkness. So we're going to head there and we're going to go to the left. We're going to go up this cliff and we're going to look for that shovel. Obviously, as we were walking down the stairs, we could see the shovel from the distance. This is a key indicator that she's actually going to be there. So we're just going to continue to follow this path until we eventually get to her. And there she is, looking across the distance at the sea. Our next location is also going to start us at the Tower of Darkness, but this time, instead of going towards that cliff, we're going to keep on going down and then we're going to make a sharp right. Now from here, we're going to go down these stairs and we're going to look to our right. From here, you can see that she has the shovel there, right? So we're going to continue going down the stairs. We're going to make a sharp right. And there she is. Once again, the shovel is a key indicator that she's actually going to be in that location. So make sure that you're looking for those shovels. Now our third location is going to be at the Brawler's Cave. So we're just going to continue going down these stairs. And we're eventually going to enter into the cave. Now as soon as we make this turn, we're going to start looking over to the right, and there we can actually see the shovel. So we're going to continue going downwards on this path until we get to her. Our next location is going to start us at the Fields of Honor. From here we can actually just go across the beach, and we're going to be heading towards that island with the 3 trees. This is also known as Ditto Island. Now there is another way to get here from the Tower of Darkness from the Brawler's Cave, but I actually chose to showcase this method instead, or at least this method to getting there, because I do believe it's slightly faster. But in my speedrunning guide, we are going to be using the alternate method. Make sure to watch out for Sharpedos. This is going to take you a decent amount of time to get to, but the nice thing is that you can actually see the shovel from a distance, which means if you don't see that shovel, there's no point continuing. But sometimes if it's misty, it's a little bit hard to tell, so depending on the weather, you want to go all the way and just double check, because there's nothing worse than going all the way back here again. Following that, we're going to be heading towards the Training Lowlands. Now from here, we're just going to make a sharp left into this cave, and she's going to be right there. She's pretty close to Digging Pot, and she tends to populate there quite often, so yeah, I guess she just wants to be near her hubby. Similar to the last place, we're going to start again at the Training Lowlands. We're going to enter into the warm-up tunnel. We're going to go all the way down, and we're going to make that sharp right turn. Now we're going to go all the way forward until we get to that big hump right there. And this is so you don't actually have to go all the way to her location, because from right here you can actually see the shovel. And at that point you can decide, is it time to move on or do I need to keep heading over there towards her? Our next location is also going to take place at the Fields of Honor, so on the left hand side from the dojo, you can actually see her shovel alongside the cliff. This makes it pretty easy to pinpoint if she's actually there or not. Following that, we're also going to be starting at the Fields of Honor once again, this time starting at the lower location though. And from here, we're going to head towards the Courageous Cave. Some of you guys probably didn't even know this place existed, but yeah, you can make a sharp left turn right here, and it takes you straight into the Courageous Cave. Kind of like a secret entrance. Now Digimon is going to be on the immediate right-hand side right here, so it's actually kind of hard to see if you're not paying attention. Make sure that you always look over and you really see if she's actually there. Now our next location is going to be at the Loop Lagoon. From here you could also just take the route from the Courageous Cave, so I'm just going to skip to that point right now. From here you just keep on going forward throughout the cave, follow the pathway, and just take this path all the way down. Make sure to watch out for Pokemon, as a lot of them do spawn in here. Now, as soon as we approach the exit, we're going to look on our right-hand side and we're going to look for that shovel again. As you can see it in the distance, we know that she's there. So we're gonna head towards that little strip of beach with the 2 logs. Once again, guys, the shovel is a key indicator. It really does save you a lot of time if you're paying attention for it. And then finally, our last location at the Fields of Honor starting point, we're gonna make a sharp right turn, and we're gonna go along this path until we get to the ocean. From here, we're just gonna go along the rocks, and we're gonna head towards a strip of beach. Now, unfortunately, this was one of the locations that I just could not get a live example for, so I do apologize for that, but she's supposed to be right there in the sand, and I'm assuming you're gonna be able to see her shovel from a certain distance away. Moving onwards to our last starting point location, we're gonna head towards the Challenge Beach where the Tower of Water is. Now from here, we're gonna just keep on going straight, and we're gonna head towards that location in between the 2 rocks. I'm gonna quickly cut around this grass right here to try and avoid the wild spawns, and Diggymaw is supposed to be right here. Once again, she just wouldn't spawn here for me, so I do apologize for that, but it's pretty obvious when you do see her. Now, similar to the last path, we're gonna keep on going along this pathway, but instead we're gonna make a left, and we're gonna go into the forest. Now from here, you can actually make a really sharp right turn, and it'll take you straight to her. Just go along this bridge, and she's gonna be right there on the left. Going back to the Tower of Waters once again, we're gonna go along to the left side this time, and we're gonna be looking for a narrow pathway. Now for this one, you actually have to go pretty close to it, if not you won't be able to see the shovel, so it is a little bit tricky to find her here. But she is there nonetheless. Weather may also play a factor into that as well. Now for the final 2 locations, these are arguably the furthest away, but you can hit them sequentially. So we're gonna go behind the Tower of Waters, and we're gonna head towards the island with the 2 trees. Once again, watch out for Sharpedo. So keep on going towards the end of the island here, and there's actually going to be a small little location where there's a raid denath. Once again, a little small strip of beach, or just strip of land, I guess you could say. She's gonna be right here. Now for the final location at the Insular Sea, we're also going to continue along this path. So I'm gonna fast forward to the part that we just got to. Now instead of stopping at the small strip of land over there, we're gonna continue heading towards the island with the 1 tree. This is super far away, guys, arguably her farthest location in the game from a teleporting location. And the Sharpedos definitely don't make your life any easier. But as soon as we get close to the beach, we can actually see her shovel away from a distance. Once again, good indicator to know that she's actually there. And again, this would be your last location, most likely, so you would just go for it anyways, because at this point, you got nothing left to lose. You gotta find her. She's bound to be here. This is her last spot to be. And so that is going to do it for this video. Now that I've showed you every single Diggymaw location, the next video is going to feature a really good speedrunning route that I've actually developed myself, so hopefully that does help you guys out. As always, if you did enjoy the video, if you did find it helpful, please make sure to hit that like button down below, and if you do want to see that speedrunning guide, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already, and turn on the bell notification. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.